Blog Talk Radio.
A winner. As a matter of fact, we have more than a winner. It looks to me like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 winners. 5 people have won a contest. 5 people have won in the very first week of the Halloween giveaway, the $20,000 Halloween giveaway. We have a winner. We have 5 winners. I'm going to be announcing them in a moment. Hold on one second. Hold on, give me 1 second, please. Hey, I'm back. Good morning and welcome. My name is Joe. I'm calling in this morning from beautiful Carefree, Arizona. I am your host of the Hump Day Traffic Report, brought to you by The Traffic Authority. The Traffic Authority, the world leader in internet information, internet education, and personal motivation and development. Coming to you live this morning on RadioLeverage.com, the internet home, RadioLeverage.com, of The Traffic Authority. And why don't you call in? We're going to have a good conversation this morning. We're going to be talking about what we learned last night on the webinar, and we're also going to be talking about, what you can be doing today. We're going to be talking about the winners. And, I'm looking right now at the winners. I'm looking at the post that was put out there this morning. And here's one thing I've got to say. It says here, these are the October 21st weekly giveaway winners. Make sure you congratulate them on their Facebook wall. Please go ahead and do that. Congratulate them on their Facebook wall, also on the Traffic Authority Facebook wall, and thank them for killing it in their online business and winning a contest prize. And then it says this: they deserve some love for all their hard work. Now, here's my issue with that. My issue is, how hard is it really to follow the simple instructions? Is it really hard work to show up every single day here, to listen to the radio show, to get yourself a swoosh, a three-pointer? Is it really hard to just go put a Facebook post, to put it like a video on Facebook? Is it really hard to do what these individuals did? The only thing that they did is what they were asked to do to have success in the Traffic Authority. So I'm really struggling with the concept of hard work. When you're given a whole tutorial, we are given exactly what we need to do every single day, right? Every single day we are told what we need to do and what we must do in order to have results. And so I want to congratulate those 5 individuals who had their name pulled out of the hat, because what they did is exactly what they're asked to do. Like, for those of you who are listening right now, 3 points. For those of you that attended the webinar last night, 5 points, right? It's very, very cool. You get 3 points for just doing the daily marketing plan. How cool. So you just do the thing. But nonetheless, I want to say congratulations to Sabrina, who won Bose headphones, Jennifer, an Apple Watch. I don't even have an Apple Watch. Scott, an iPad Air 2, which I don't have an iPad Air 2. Anthony won a 13-inch MacBook Pro. And how about Rebecca, who just showed up here yesterday? Rebecca, calling in from Stonehenge, made some comments yesterday talking about just simple things that she does every single day, following instructions. And Rebecca won a 12-inch MacBook, brand spanking new. And as a matter of fact, Rebecca, this is what I call manifestation. If you're listening this morning, I remember that last week, maybe it was, about a week ago on Facebook, you actually posted an idea about how people can get themselves these prizes without having to deal with import taxes and duties, because obviously we're based here in North America, and Rebecca, the top winner, lives in the United Kingdom, right down the road, by the way, from Stonehenge. But talk about manifestation. How cool is that? So congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the winners. And did you watch the webinar last night? How cool. See, this guy Adam is he springs some stuff on me, okay? He is springing some stuff on me. Like monetization of your premium membership. Did you see that last night? Did you get what he was saying? If you are a premium member, that means that you are accessing some of the best material, some of the best training, the inside stuff that the sharpshooters are using, okay, the gold medalists, the target shooters, the stuff that they are using, the swipes, the sales funnels specific to them. Now, we talked about this last week. People were wondering, this means I have to invest another $50 in my business? Well, you don't have to do anything really. But, if you really want to raise your level of opportunity, then yeah, throw another $50 a month. You're still at less than $200 a month to be fully on in here. And then, did you see that thing last night? Did you notice that thing? That if you're a premium member, then you can monetize your group further. When someone joins you in business and they get their GetResponse system going, GetResponse, it's the provider of autoresponder emails. It's a recommended third-party vendor. But did you see that they've opened up a commission opportunity for people? So as you're building your business and people are joining you in business and they begin accessing and getting the GetResponse, which is like, hey man, that's the solution we're recommending. Well, did you see that if you're a premium member that you make, I think Adam said $5 per month per subscription? So you're building a business anyway. You're building it anyway. So if you have 10 people in your group, not only are you making the commissions, as you guys know, there's $70 in commission being paid out on that $144. Not only are you making those commissions every month, not only are you have the opportunity to buy traffic and sell traffic and make up to 80% commission on your traffic order, on your traffic buys in your group, but now you also get $5 per month for everybody in that group that is engaging with their GetResponse system. Are you kidding me? I'm actually kind of giddy here. So I'm going over this morning, and I'm recommending that you guys do, right? Here it is. It was sent to you guys. It was on Facebook. It came in an email. October 21st, company update. I'm looking at it right now. The Halloween contest. Sabrina, congratulations. Bose headphones. Jennifer, Apple Watch. Scott, an iPad Air 2. Anthony, a 13-inch MacBook Air. And Rebecca, a brand new 12-inch MacBook. This is like way too cool. This is like really, really awesome. These prizes are. And what happened to these guys? All they did was get themselves a minimum of 200 points. And their names were drawn out of a hat. How cool is that? And then what else did we learn last night? I just mentioned the premium membership we launched last week. Now you have an opportunity to monetize it. It is big. People like crazy are jumping on. There's a link there to the new emails for Vince's premium sales funnels. Now, these are the email swipes. These are the files that Vincent is using to make all that money. Access Vince's premium sales funnel here. Vince's premium training videos here. Training videos, how cool. And we got some other stuff coming in that regard. A couple other leaders had some meetings yesterday. We got some other really cool stuff that's coming for you under that banner of premium membership. I love that sponsor pop-up. Now, we've heard many, many times on the radio show, people wanting to know who's their sponsor. Well, did you see right there in your member back office, there's a little button. You click it, it pops open. It tells you who your sponsor is and how you can communicate with them and how you can customize your sponsor info, right? So you can customize your pop-up box when somebody wants to know who's my sponsor. You can tell them a little bit about yourselves. You can put some links in there, some video in there. How cool is that? Also, I know last night that there was a lot of work going on behind the scenes as it relates to credit cards. People who want to change their credit cards. They want to update their credit cards. Right now, line number 2. I'm probably thinking that you guys read this anyway with your morning beverage, coffee, tea, whatever it is that you're having. But let me remind you what it says. Item number 2. If you are having issues updating your credit card this past week, don't worry. Worry not. We have fixed the issue we're having with the updating, editing, adding credit cards, and reactivated your subscriptions. How that's affecting, a couple hundred people. The Fast Start section of the reseller training is live. Fast start. We talked about this yesterday. As a matter of fact, if you guys remember yesterday morning, if you were with us on the radio show, we had a woman by the name of Karen. She called in from Piney Woods, East Texas, and she was feeling a little bit overload, right? Because there is so much video content in there. You want to talk about, what's the term they use on Netflix, binge watching or whatever you want to spend some time really, really, diving in, immersing yourself in the whole philosophy, the whole culture of Traffic Authority. How many hours of video is back there? It's amazing, isn't it? It really is amazing. But the Fast Start, number 3, right here on this list, the Fast Start section of the reseller training is live, so you will know exactly what to do to get your business off the ground and making money quickly. That training and the Fast Start training, that will teach you the easiest ways to start getting traffic to your websites and gives you all the best resources. And incidentally, footnote, that Fast Start training, way back on the 5th of August, that was the only training. That was it. The member back office, as you see it right now, that didn't even come live until middle of September. The Fast Start section of the reseller training, that is what put 50,000 people into our pre-launch within 30 days. The Fast Start reseller training. So for those of you who just got started within the last week or two, within the last day or two, or maybe in the last hour, there it is. Boom shakalaka. Go to the Fast Start section and check it out. How about the Resource Center? Did you check out the Resource Center? I mean, really? I mean, we talk about hard work, right? Earlier in this radio broadcast, I talked about the hard work that the winners had done. I think what the winners did is exactly what they're told to do, and they just went to the Resource Center and saw all of these resources. It's almost like, whoa, it's like a fat guy at a buffet. Where do I choose? Where do I start? Man, this is going to be awesome. That Resource Center is just packed with stuff. Jam-packed with things like posts, Facebook posts, emails you could be sending. It's just like, really? Duh. Done for you marketing? Item number 5, we have 40-plus brand new member video testimonial pages right there. Right live in the marketing links page. They're ready for you to share with your contacts through email, Facebook. I mean, daily promo emails, number 6. Inside the daily emails folder, there's also a folder for the Thursday night prospecting webinar. That's tomorrow night. Somebody this morning on Facebook, I was going through the Facebook page, and somebody said, question, is there a prospecting webinar on Thursday? And I was like, duh, every single Thursday. You can count on it. We're here every single morning. We may doze, but we never close. But there's also, there they are. There's the swipe files for you guys tomorrow. And we'll be sending those later today. We'll put them on Facebook, make it even easier for you, right? So many things going on. I'm so excited about what's happening here. Really? Monetize my premium membership? I can do that? Yes, you can do that. What I want to do, though, this morning is get to some of these comments. I see there's a bunch of you. Some of you have been here for a long time. 5649, you've been here for 27 minutes and 42 seconds. And the radio show is only 13 minutes old. So you've been hanging around for a long time. So his 9190, 5691, 0512, Ace number 1, the person calling in from Skype on number 1, you've been here for many, many minutes. So let's get to it. Let's get to it this morning to hear the feedback we're feeling from people and hear what's going out there in the world. And by the way, there's another drawing on the contest, and it starts over fresh. So get busy today. If you're listening, 3 points. Post a video on Facebook, 20 points. Go ahead and read your daily marketing plan, 3 more points. I mean, it really is very, very simple to accrue those points. And how about this? You just go purchase some traffic. You want some clicks, you want some links, you want some traffic, you want to build your list so you can monetize that list. So why don't you just go throw down, buy some traffic? How simple. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open it up, right? I'm going to say the last 4 digits of your telephone number. I'm going to invite you to come out and share with me your name, the city, state, or country you're calling in from. If you do have a technical question, I'm going to ask you to send your technical questions into support at trafficauthority.net. The support desk is fully functional. They're cranking, and they've got stuff going on. They've got support tickets just blowing out. They're handling it, right? They're caught up pretty much. Maybe it's a day or 2 turnaround time, but if you have something technical specific to your issue, send in the support ticket. I know that many of you are going to leak your question out here, and we will do our best. We'll do our best. Okay. Now, if you're wondering about, is my traffic flowing? Yes, it is. Are you waiting still for maybe you do have a pending link review? You can ask me about that. We'll make sure we get those things cranked and handled for you. But basically what we want to hear this morning is how you're doing. What's going on? How do you feel about what you're seeing out there? How do you feel about your opportunity here? And also, I want to make sure that anything that you say here, we're listening. The whole world is listening. Everyone's listening. I mean, we're broadcasting live right now on the internet, man. Like, remember George W. Bush? The internet, man. We're on the internet. So across the internet, people are going to hear you. But here's what I'm going to ask you to do. While you're listening today, I want you to do some work. I want you to listen to the radio show in the background. What I want you to do is post some stuff on Facebook. Go in there, find the swipe file for tomorrow's prospecting webinar, and begin, doing a little customization, because you have to put your own unique URL in there, your username into the URL. Do that work and begin sending it today while you're listening. And also, if you're willing to say something on the radio show this morning, and there are usually dozens of you guys who do, I'm going to ask you to do this. Right before you get your turn, or maybe right after you get your turn, why don't you go and post that on Facebook? Okay, because you're going to get points. You get points for posting the good news on Facebook. And have you seen the testimonial thread? There's a testimonial thread on Facebook that is like dynamite, right? So many good testimonials, so many video testimonials, thumbs up, people just having a blast, people having results, people talking about the income, the education. Add to that and begin sending people there. Okay, whenever you come across someone who may have a little skepticism, send them to the Facebook page. Say, yeah, really? Well, why don't you check this out? How about yesterday, Rebecca, the grand prize winner today? I think Rebecca's the grand prize winner. Remember Rebecca came out yesterday and she talked about Alexa.com, about sending people to go to the Alexa.com to see the ratings that we're receiving, to see the volume of hits and the traffic and how popular the traffic authority websites are around the world. That's because these are all clues. Right? What I'm sharing with you now is clues. What's really going on out there, and what are you really doing, the action steps that you are taking every single day. Okay? Because if you do the thing, you get the result. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say the last 4 digits of your telephone number, and then the next thing I'm going to do is ask you to come out, state your first name, the city, state, or country you're calling in from, and then let her rip. Let her rip. And if you're listening right now at radioleverage.com, that's our internet home, you can call in, pick up the telephone number. You can even dial in on Skype if you're somewhere else in the world. And the dial-in number is 914-338-0631. Boom. There it is. All right. Let's see what 5649 has to say, waiting patiently in the queue for 32 minutes and 27 seconds. 5649, good morning. You're first.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning. It's Bert from Canyon Lake, California.
Bert, up nice and early, I can see, in Canyon Lake, California. Are you still in San Diego, or are you back in Canyon Lake?
Oh, we're back in Canyon Lake. We got back Friday evening.
Excellent.
So it's a little foggy out here in Canyon Lake today, but it's really beautiful.
Wonderful.
Anyway, I'm doing the Kara thing.
Mm-hmm.
Last week she called in and said, she's listening to the radio in the background, listening to this call, and at the same time she's doing her daily marketing plan on her computer. So that's what I'm doing right now. So congratulations to the winners. That's remarkable. That's incredible. And as you said, all we have to do is do what you guys are asking us to do. How hard is that? So anyway, God bless you, Joe, and a virtual kiss on the forehead for Carly Rose.
And thank you very much, Bert, checking in. A virtual kiss on the forehead of Carly Rose. Absolutely sending her one. Bert, thank you very much for showing up here this morning and giving support to the crew. 9190, you're next up. Good morning.
Hey, this is Earl Teets from Troy, Montana, the Mountain Man, and oh my gosh, that webinar was just awesome last night. And I really don't want to see anybody feeling overwhelmed, because what we have here is something that's just really so simple, it's not even funny. But what I don't want to see, I don't want to see the things that are simple, that really count, that are overlooked. And in that daily marketing plan, there's a 90-day action plan that Greg put together. And if you don't know why you're doing this business, I promise you, you will fail. You need to have that section taken care of and done probably more than any other step in that daily marketing plan. And the reason that is, remember, 97% of the people that try to attempt to work from home, they fail. And if you don't want to fail, you got to plan your work and work your plan. And we've got everything we need to be successful. There's no excuses for failure here. If you just plug into what's there and put that into action, you're going to be really glad you did. I used to think that was just garbage, put out a plan in writing for 90 days. Only weenies do that. That's what I used to think when I got into door-to-door sales. And then I saw the guys that were making more than $80,000 a year. Some of these guys didn't look like the type of people could go door to door and do anything. But they had a plan, and they had it wrote out, and they had it scheduled on paper for 90 days. What are the daily actions to profits going to be, and why are you doing that? A lot of people don't see how important that 90-day plan is, but if you do everything but that, you will fail. But if you plan your work and work your plan and stay stuck to your plan because your why is strong enough that no matter what comes down the pike as an obstacle, you will overcome it. Because those obstacles and roadblocks, they're part of business. They're always going to be there. And if you don't have your game plan in action and you don't have your why you're doing it in writing and planned out for 90 days, you're simply not taking your personal job serious. With that being said, thank you for everything you guys have, and congratulations to all the winners out there. Way to step up to the plate. Thanks for having me here, Joe.
Earl, thank you very much. Earl the Mountain Man checking in, a regular contributor. Earl, you said some things there, like 97% of the people are going to fail. And that's kind of, it's true. It's true. And I want to say that it's disturbing for me because, I know how much people want change in their life, and I know how badly people are going through some stuff. I was one of those individuals. Life is a roller coaster, right? It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. But you got to be resilient. You have to be tenacious. You got to be tough. And you got to be focused, and you have to have a plan. And, it is true that there's, programs that, just are so difficult. You know what I mean? Like building an MLM downline, you got to have tens of thousands of people buying little products to just make a living. And you got something like this, which is so powerful, and it's so true, and it really will work if you work the plan. And this is something I see all the time on Facebook, especially the baby boomer crowd, right? The baby boomer people, they're like at some point in their life, I'm one of them, quite frankly, that, it's like, what am I going to do now? It's like you're still healthy and what's going on with modern medicine, you hit 50 years old and you can live another 50. You can live another 50 years, man, right? Or even longer. So what are you going to do to have that, that American dream or whatever it is, just like the $130,000, $140,000, $150,000 a year, which is what it really is going to take to live a lifestyle of just comfort and ease and be able to take care of your family and all of that stuff. So what are we going to do? It's a young person's world, right? I mean, whoever would have thought that Adam Whiting could come in here with his team and his ideas and put 50,000 people into our pre-launch within 30 days? Who would have thought? It's like crazy things are happening, and there's so many young people. They're so brilliant, and it's like there's a group of us. There's a lot of us baby boomers who are like, whoa, what's going on? I better do something. And that's where Traffic Authority comes in, is a real solution on many, many fronts. Okay, Traffic Authority is a solution on many, many fronts. You can decide to be a Traffic Authority ninja. That's what I do for a living. Only Traffic Authority. This is it. I want to get better at Traffic Authority. I want to be a better communicator. And I want to take what I'm learning as far as branding, how to build an email list, how to monetize that list, and put it in play for myself. I know there are many people right now who are going, I really want to be a photographer. I've always just wanted to be, a drill instructor. I want to be a yoga teacher. I always just wanted to paint. That's what I really wanted to do. my entire life. And so now you have the opportunity to learn how do you actually take what it is that you really love and communicate that to the entire world. Remember in the Vincent Ortega videos? Remember in the webinar, and you can watch the replay of last week's webinar, it's still there, when he shows in the webinar a picture of Texas Stadium where the Dallas Cowboys play football. He shows that in the webinar. And he's like, there's 80,000 people in there, or some big number, right? 85,000 people in there. He goes, well, my email list is twice as big as that. I've got 170,000 people on my list. Now, he didn't build that list in a week or a month or a year, or even 3 or 4 or 5. 7 years he's been at it. And then he said in the webinar, he goes, with this many names on my list, I point, and I'm communicating to twice as many people as you see sitting in Texas Stadium. He goes, someone is going to buy something from me, period, end of story. Well, here's my point. You know, you start now. You start small. You start thinking big, however, and you start building your list. And if you stay here in a month from now, you're going to have a bigger list. 3 months from now, you're going to have a bigger list. 6 months from now, an even bigger list. In a year, where are you going to be? Where are you going to be anyway? You're going to be chasing the next new shiny toy? I can go on, and I will. But I'm going to bring in number one here. Somebody's calling in on Skype. 111-111. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, this is Frank from beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Good morning, Joe.
Frank, how are you today?
Blessed and highly favored. And Joe, you asked another question, so I have to give you an answer. Mm-hmm. You said, who'd have thunked it? Who'd have thunked you'd have 50,000 people right away? Well, I'll tell you who thunked it. First, Adam believed it in his mind. He had the thought. He believed that it could be done. And then he took the action to get it done. So your answer, Joe, is Adam thought it. He thought it, and it came to pass. That's who thought it. Now I want to tell you what I'm doing. This morning, I have to say a big shout-out to 500 friends that I have invited to today's webinar. So, if you're one of my Facebook friends, well, hi, Facebook friend. Welcome to today's webinar, today's radio show. And so, Joe, I also want to tell you that I want to be one of those leaders that you talk about. I want to be one of those guys way up at the top of the list. And so, of course, I just told you I invited 500 people to today's webinar. But how about Thursday's webinar? 1,500 people I've invited to Thursday's webinar. So
that's awesome. That is really, really well done. Good work. Good work, Frank. Awesome work. But so how hard is it really? You build a list and you just go ahead.
It's easy. The answer is it's not hard. It's easy. You believe you can do it, and then you take action and you do it. That's all. You just make it a daily plan to just take the action that it required to do what you want to achieve, and it will happen.
Frank, yesterday on the radio show, Kara in Texas, she said action plus belief plus consistency equals results. And that's basically what you said. You know, Adam has this vision. He goes, we can put 50,000 people here in 30 days. So what did he do? He said, okay, here's the actions that we take. All of us together, many of you were here back in August. We went to work. We started sending Facebooks. We started communicating with our list. We had belief, and we were consistent every single day, right? I'm here every single day. Frank, you're here every single day. Consistency. Action plus belief plus consistency equals results. It must happen. Okay, it must happen. Frank, listen, thank you very much for taking the time in your busy morning to come and share some thoughts with us today. And keep up the good work, my friend. Keep it up. There's Frank.
God bless.
Thank you, and you as well. Let's keep it moving. 5691, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. It's Steve Schumacher in Portland, Oregon. How are you this morning, sir?
Steve, I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
Well, I just upgraded to premium.
Ta-da! Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
Now, as you're building your list, you saw last night on the webinar, every single time somebody joins Get Response in your group, $5 for you. Now, there are people here there are people here right now who are they've got it covered, right? They're busy. They got people coming into their business. It's only a matter of time before that is totally covered. Now your premium membership becomes an additional revenue stream. Big picture, right? How cool. Plus you have access to the stuff, and there's another one of our top 10 income earners who's creating and developing something very special that you're going to be learning about very, very soon. Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you. Hey, I've got someone very special who wants to say good morning.
Sure.
Good morning. I'm Jack. I'm Steve's son.
Good morning, Jack. Nice to have you on the radio show. Jack is here this morning. Jack, take care of your dad. He's a hard worker. He's got big.
I know. It's a really hard thing because I always have to take care of it.
You got to follow in his footsteps. Thank you very much, Steve, and good morning, Jack. Go have some cereal. I'm about to have mine. I'm thinking about some. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking about maybe some Wheaties this morning. 0512, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Viola from Newcastle, Delaware. I am so happy to be a part of Traffic Authority. I am so grateful, and I have gotten traffic. I was so excited when I got to call my sponsor and just tell him how excited I was, even though it was a small amount, but he thought I had $1 million. But I do have one little problem.
Okay, what is
my back office. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Yes, I can.
Oh, good. I just have one. I think I am 67 years young. Also, I want you to know that. And I have one little problem. My back office. My credit card has been charged like 3 or 4 times in my back office, and I think I'm in the system like 3 or 4 times. Maybe I didn't know what I was doing when I first signed up. I think it was back in August. This has been going on a lot in my credit card, and I've been calling my credit card company and trying to get things resolved with them.
Okay, hold on,
So I would like somebody to please check my back office for me. I'll give you my username, and they could just check it out and cancel all those ones that I don't want there.
Viola, what is your last name, Viola? What is your last name?
Hunter,
okay.
Hunter, but my username is VJoyHunter.
VJoyHunter. Okay, we got you covered.
Thank you so much. And I thank you, Joe, for your patience with the people. You're so kind. God bless you.
And God bless you, Viola. Thank you very much, and congratulations on being here. And give yourself some points, okay? Remember, you get 3 points for being here today. Give yourself some points. And go out there and make a post on Facebook about how cool this is. Okay, we'll keep it moving. 0618, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Hey. Good morning, Joe. This is Gil James in New York City. How's everybody going?
I think everybody's doing great this morning. A lot of enthusiasm this morning, Gilbert. Everybody's pumped up. How about you? How you doing?
Great, and I feel it, and come to think of it, it's really encouraging and really a lift up for me. I want to thank you, Joe, because, Joe, the other day the guy said that you are a top motivator with Traffic Authority, probably in the world. But I want to say that you are an absolute can of incentive, a can of right guidance, a can of real deal fun, and that's what we all need, because it's not like we're in a box that we're being programmed by a Hitler-type person, but you're a real dude, a real cat who's concerned about our success, your own success, and, coming from being one of the founders of Traffic Authority, that's a real powerful incentive. You're transparent, Joe, you're encouraging, you're inspiring, and I just wanted to take a moment or two just to say, Joe, thank you. I also want to thank Frank and Big Mountain Man Earl. I want to climb up that mountain and get up there and shake Earl's hand, because he's really encouraging. You too, Frank. And with that kind of support in the tribe, we're all going to make it. It's just a matter of just step by step moving forward and knowing that we're going to get the momentum, and then we're going to realize the success that we have put as a result of the seeds that we've planted. We go on the videos, we go on the training, we go on all the educational resources that we have, and the result of that is the money that you desire, the new friendships, helping lots and lots of people internationally and nationally and globally. So Traffic Authority is for real. I mean, it's almost like a Christmas present, you know? And so I just want to thank everybody who's out there sharing and inspiring and being transparent. Thanks so much, Joe. And so now I'm going to listen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gilbert. Thank you for the kind words. Okay, thank you for the kind words. I really, really appreciate them, and I accept them from you. And I'm right back at you, my friend. Right back at you. The things that you say pretty much every single day. I know that you're always here. And give yourself 3 points. You're here today. This is a 3-point day for everyone who took the time to come here today. But you're right. It's a huge community. We've got Bert showing up here. I want to thank Frank. He's always in here. And, of course, Steve Schumacher, Earl the Mountain Man, and hello to Jack. And we got a lot more to go here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Viola, I sent in a support ticket for you. Stick around. We're only just getting started this morning. Right now, we're going to go to 9362. You're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Hey, Joe. It's Jennifer.
Jennifer, how are you?
Yes. And I want to know if I can get that watch in black instead of white.
Okay, let me make a note here.
I'm joking, but
well,
not really.
Seriously,
but, no.
Seriously.
I'm super excited. Whoop, whoop.
And now how about that? So tell us a little bit about this, right? So you win the Apple Watch. Are you an Apple girl? Are you an Apple person? Or are you a...
Oh, my gosh, I am an Apple fanatic. I cannot wait to wear this. And my husband he doesn't even... I wouldn't let him get a smartphone until last year because he is a builder and he has a commercial fishing boat, and every phone he has is destroyed. And we finally found one that is like virtually waterproof. So he knows how to maneuver around on the iPad, but he doesn't know how to use my Mac or whatever. My daughter teaches him stuff, but he cannot wait to put it on and take a picture of it and send it to one of his friends who's always, flaunting his wealth and knowledge and, people. He's like, I cannot wait to put that baby on.
Well,
so we're all super excited here. I talked to Sabrina. Sabrina was the one who told me that I won. I didn't even know I won. She messaged me on Facebook, and then I just spoke with Rebecca earlier, and we are just so freaking excited. This is amazing, and I'm setting up, as I'm listening to the show, I'm setting up my profile with my Get Response link, so I can make my $5 per person. Got my Gravatar in there. Love what we got put in last night. Just so excited.
Congratulations.
Anyway, I'm from Maryland, by the way.
Yes, I want to thank you very much, and congratulations on winning the Apple Watch. And all you did, what did you do? You just did the simple steps, right? It's just the simple steps. The things say, okay, every single day this is what you do. And but there is something, there is other things in play here, like we call the law of attraction. It's like you mentioned yourself and Rebecca, your team. I mean, that team, I think, took 3 out of the 5 prizes. How's that? Why did that happen?
I know we did. I was like, I hope they don't think this is fixed, but it's absolutely not fixed. It's just like you said, the law of attraction. I think the stars just all aligned, and it was just one of those things.
Well, one of the things is like, there's no crying in baseball. Even though the Cubs lost last night, there's no crying in baseball, and there's no focusing on the negative here allowed. Because people they have problems and they focus on this. I remember at the very beginning we would do a radio show like this and we would have 20 people complaining because their e-wallet, they had a problem setting up their e-wallet, but they had never even made a commission yet, and they're worried about the e-wallet. It's like, you focus on what you focus on is what comes to be. And I know after listening yesterday to Rebecca, and I know you're a regular on the radio show, you guys focus on what's possible. You focus on what's working right now. Right now, you're saying, I'm setting up my avatar. I'm setting up while I'm listening, I'm setting up my premium account so I can monetize that with $5 per member. Maybe this is what's going on. This group that you're working with is so focused on possibilities and probabilities and taking simple steps that you guys took 3 out of 5. How cool. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Yeah, and it's like what I said last week is I just feel like everyone in Traffic Authority is so helpful with each other. We're not in competition, and this is just what I love about this. And I'm trying to get across to some people who just, they're skeptics to the online world, that, trust me, I've been in other programs. This is the easiest, most done-for-you program with the best training, the best community, the best leaders I've ever been in. I love it.
All I can say after that is boom. Boom, shakalaka.
I mean, I wake up every day and I cannot wait to just get on this, make a video, do a call, whatever.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Jennifer, congratulations. Enjoy your Apple Watch. I'm going to have to get one for myself. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can get it in black. Yeah, I really think that would be really cool. But
hey, I got it. Hey, listen, I'm putting in a word right now. I know Doug Wellens is probably listening. You spoke it into reality. A black watch is coming your way.
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old. I don't want her to get all dirty.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Congratulations again on your win. Keep up the good work, okay? You're inspiring so many of us around the world. I know. No crying in baseball. No focusing on the negative.
No crying in baseball. I know the Orioles didn't make it, and but they're still my team.
That's correct. And the Cubs got one more shot. You never know. There's no crying in baseball. Yeah. Cubs haven't won it since 1904. So, but you never know. Anything can happen. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
We will. Thank you very much. And somebody's calling in on Skype. Good morning. Somebody on Skype.
Hello. It's Rebecca. It's Rebecca from England, Wiltshire in England, just down the road from Stonehenge.
Rebecca,
totally
thank you.
Winning today.
And Rebecca, I got Jennifer here. She's one of your teammates. Jennifer, you're off mute.
Yeah.
This is Rebecca.
Oh, hello, my dear.
Hello, you. Woohoo!
Rebecca, you know what? I mentioned you this morning, and I think I even said something to you on Facebook last week when you were talking about shipping and taxes, and it's like, whoa, you're manifesting this thing right now. You're projecting.
Totally.
Okay, how am I going to get my hands on this computer? And I got to tell you.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Well, there's a reason I called this. I mean, this is going to be too woo-woo for most people, but I'm going to share it anyway because, it might resonate with someone. There's a reason that I gave the name to my team, Team Lead Abundance, was basically I wanted them to get this idea of kind of this abundant thinking and law of attraction and stuff. And, hey, it doesn't make sense to everyone, and that's cool. And if it doesn't make sense to people and they don't want to do it, that's also, awesome. But I joined Traffic Authority because I had a dream. I had a dream on a Sunday morning. I woke up on this Sunday morning, and I'd had this dream about bringing new energy into people's businesses. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. And then all these things transpired on that day that basically ended up with me eventually, after this big adventure of a day, sitting in front of Facebook and seeing someone that I respected posting about this and going, and that's the thing. And so there was no actual, if people are sitting there massively analyzing every last bit of this before they get in, there was no logic at all to me getting into this. It was just this drive, this feeling like, that's the thing. I just knew that was the thing. And I kind of want to share some stuff, if it's okay.
Yes,
that I think might help people.
Yeah, we do this
cool.
so you can share. Cool.
So first of all, I want to thank you so much because I'm if you can't tell, I'm totally stoked, and and I'm so proud of my team members who, as I mentioned before, they got out there and they did the stuff. And, Sabrina, she's been in for hours. She's only been in for a couple of days. And she got out there and she did the stuff and she got on that top 100 leaderboard. And that's just amazing. And, I found out that I won today literally because I was on Skype with one of my team members helping her with something, and she said, oh, by the way, congratulations for winning the MacBook. And I was like, I did what? Because the email hadn't come into my inbox. But then I found it and I was like, oh my goodness, I won, that's so cool. But what I want to kind of share with people is what was happening before I got on the phone last time. When I got on the phone, I was talking about Alexa. I was in a really good mood and everything. I want to share this with you because it's personal, but I think it's going to help people to have that belief that, sometimes stuff happens that's really great and you can't really plan for it, but you just keep the faith and you do stuff and good stuff happens if you focus on the positive rather than just focusing on the negative. So while I was on Skype yesterday waiting to come on the call. I was on there for a long time. It was yesterday, wasn't it? So I was waiting to come on the call, and I was waiting for a while. So I checked my email, and while I was waiting, I got an email from my unfortunately divorce lawyer telling me the date of my court hearing for the divorce. Mm-hmm. And the maths, and I worked out that it meant that my divorce would come through probably pretty much around the week of my late brother's birthday. So my brother, I was very, very close to him, and we set up an internet marketing company together back in the beginning of the internet, and he died tragically. And it's, the timing is just horrible, and I think possibly deliberate. So it's a really nasty thing. And I found this out while I was on Skype, and I really thought at that moment, okay, this is big. I need to get off the phone and not get on the radio. And I thought, no, I don't. I need to get out there and I need to speak to people. I need to help them, because that's a horrible thing, but it's going to happen anyway. I can't do anything about it. But I can get on this call and maybe inspire someone. So I'm just not going to focus on that. That doesn't count. I'm going to focus on this. Now, why that's important is, and this is personal, I apologize if it's personal, but hopefully it'll help someone, because people go through stuff in life, right? And sometimes if you're going through difficult things, you see people who are doing well and you assume their lives are perfect, and it's not true. Everyone goes through stuff. So a couple of years ago now, nearly, this divorce thing came out of nowhere. I didn't know what caused it. Just suddenly one day he said, I want a divorce. And the first thing he did was he took away a MacBook that I was using to upload. I created a magazine. I was going to put a magazine on an Apple magazine. And I did all the work for it, and I got all the columnists, and I paid the money for the license and all that stuff, and I got everything okayed, but I needed a MacBook to upload it, and he took that away. It's the first thing he did. Then I'm on this call yesterday, about to come on to talk to you guys, and I get this thing saying, yeah, this is what's going to happen, it's this negative thing about the divorce. And then I win the MacBook. And now I should do the magazine.
See how that works? I love that. Congratulations. That's awesome.
I know. I'm so stoked.
And I got to tell you that, you know what, every single day, and you're right, and thank you for being so transparent with us here today, Rebecca, because, I agree. I agree with you, because life is a roller coaster, and messages are always coming, and, and what you all the stuff we talk about all the time, what you think about is what you bring about, and you're getting, you're getting this message, right? You're getting this message to check this thing out, and you don't even know what you're doing, and you have a dream, and the next thing you know, you're here, and you're in traffic authority, and your goal is to inspire people, empower people, and you're attracting all of these women who are willing to go to work and do the thing, and they're being recognized. And along the way, these challenges show up, right? These things, I say this all the time. Every day is climbing a mountain in my own personal life, in my own personal reality. Every morning, I've got to climb a mountain. Every day I get to the top of the mountain, and I'm thinking, whew, I've gotten over the mountain, and in front of me is another mountain, only a little bit bigger, a little bit steeper. And that's been what's going on. And I've, without getting too crazy, I'm a Marianne Williamson fanatic, and I have I do her work every single day. I do Course in Miracles work every day, and in every single day, one of my personal prayers, without getting too personal with everybody, is I just relax into it. Right, it's like I accept everything as exactly as it is, and I surrender my yearning, and I surrender my fear, and I surrender all of that, that angst, and just be exactly where I'm supposed to be, trusting and knowing that the perfect thing is going to happen. That's my personal philosophy. That being said, every day it's a battle. This morning, I woke up this morning, I checked my email, and I got some, I was uncomfortable based on the messaging I was receiving, and I was like, I had angst, and I was like, and now I've got to come here, and I've got to communicate with people around the world. And I'm so happy that you're here, because you're validating some of the things that I know to be true, is you just show up. You just be in this space. You trust and you believe, and look at what happens. Boom, shakalaka.
And I'm so moved. I'm so moved right now, because, I think, yay, I won a computer, and I won a, and it means a lot to me because of how it happened and the timing and everything. But at the same time, like, the thing I'm thinking about right now isn't, I'm thinking, I'm going to get a shiny computer and hopefully gold. That would be great. But but that's not really what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking about is just this unbelievable amount of connection and being so blessed to be here at this point, and what amazing things I'm going to be able to do with that amazing communication device. How many people's lives am I going to reach into? How many people can I help? And I want to, I gave that kind of little tip about Alexa.com, and I know that helped a lot of people. I suddenly thought of another tip that could really help some people who are struggling with visualization and stuff. Would it be okay if I could share that, just so I can help them a little bit? Okay.
Absolutely. So that's why we do this.
I have never heard anybody use this. It blows my mind that no coaches talk about this, because it's so obvious to me. And I've shared it with my coaching clients, and they've got amazing results. So there are people out there who get kind of, you need to stay in this kind of almost fun, gamified feeling about life for things to work out. Like where, bad stuff happens and you go, oh, well, what's the good stuff? And, life is a game and it's fun and it's exciting and there's nothing wrong with gamification. And I think sometimes people get, they start trying to build a business online and they fail and they feel bad about themselves. And then they get into this mire of not doing anything because they just feel rough. And they, maybe they try and visualize something better, but all they can think of is what they've had in the past. And for those guys, here is what you need to invest in, okay? You can get an older version of it, which will cost pretty much nothing, or you can pick up a second-hand version of it. It's no big deal. Get The Sims, okay? Now, bear with me a second. You don't have to play the game necessarily. I want you to get The Sims, borrow The Sims from a kid, whatever, anything from Sims 2 onwards. Doesn't have to be the latest version, because what you're going to do is you're going to build not just a vision board, but a vision world for yourself. So what you do is you create your avatar. So you create the person that you're going to kind of play, in inverted commas. Make them look exactly like you, but the best possible version of you, totally fit, totally amazing looking, wearing exactly the clothes that you want to be able to afford to wear, and then build your ideal home, your absolutely ideal house. You can pick wherever you want. You can build it right next to the beach. You can build it up in the mountains. You can have a lake. You can have whatever you want. Put everything you want into that, because if you ever read anything like Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Now, and all of it, The Science of Getting Rich, and all of those things, all of them at some point or other talk about really getting into experiencing, not so much the power now, but experiencing kind of what that's going to feel like to be in the now moment of living that existence that you really want to live. So that, they take you through things like, imagine your perfect house and walk through the rooms and stuff. Sometimes people say, well, I can't do that. I can't imagine it. So create it. Actually create it. Actually physically create it in The Sims and then walk through it. You don't have to play the game. Just use it as a simulator if you want to. But if you want to play the game, you can give the Sim the qualities that are your best qualities, that you think would be the best qualities for you to succeed in business, and give them that qualities and see, because the algorithm works out roughly what's going to happen to that person if they have those qualities. So you can play around with the qualities and go, oh, if I'm a little bit more ambitious, what happens? If I'm a little bit more confident, what happens? And you can really kind of create that inner reality by gamifying it, not taking it too seriously, and actually really getting into that. And if you do that enough times, you start dreaming it. And when you start dreaming it, your subconscious has no idea the difference between reality and fiction. And it just suddenly just becomes real that you're going to have that house that you want. You're going to have that business you want. You're going to have that success you want. You're going to have the clothes you want. You're going to have the shiny MacBook that you want, or the Apple that you want, or the cool, the cool kind of watch or headphones or whatever that you want. You're going to have it. It's like it's already there. You're going to have it. It's just a question of playing the game until it happens. That's basically it.
Rebecca, thank you very much. And you slipped out a couple things. You mentioned the power of now. I'm a big fan of the power of now. As a matter of fact, Eckhart Tolle, he was just on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday a couple days ago. But Rebecca, I got to move on here. I just want to thank you for so much. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for constantly supporting the Facebook page and all of the people around the world who are posting and showing up on Facebook. We're up to almost 20,000 people there. Rebecca, you are a true leader. I look forward to hearing from you much more often because you inspire me. I know that you inspire everybody else. And I want to thank you for the Spinal Tap references because my Facebook page was overrun with Spinal Tap video yesterday. I love Spinal Tap. That's like I was there. I lived that spot. When I first saw Spinal Tap, I was like, what's so funny? This is the life we're living, right? I was in that. That was my world. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Congratulations.
You're welcome.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There it is, Rebecca checking in from right down the street from Stonehenge. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Let's keep it moving. 8495, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Joe. Can I transfer to that team?
You're on that team.
I'll tell you what. Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. This is Jerry from the beautiful Ozarks, Springfield, Missouri.
Yes,
and
I remember,
and I
Jerry.
got to tell you.
What's up? Come on, tell me.
Well, let me tell you, if anybody, the calls are just fantastic. If anybody doesn't get motivated on this radio show, they're either brain dead, stuck on stupid, or they're having a moronic something or other. It's just unbelievable. All the calls are just great. They're positive, they're upbeat, and Traffic Authority is the place. I got to tell you, I've been in my premium stuff here for the last 3 or 4 days and going over all the videos and everything. And sometimes I forgot to do the contest, but I'm fixing to do 822 groups on Facebook. That's going to happen today and tomorrow. I'm going to get that ready and done. And of course, my Twitter. I've been following Vincent on Twitter. And getting that going, I'm getting a lot of feedback there. So I've always been a slow starter, but I'm always positive, and I know it's going to happen. I'm hearing impaired. So I want to tell you, I'm hearing impaired. I wear 2 behind-the-ear hearing aids. So if somebody can't use a cell phone like myself, Google Voice has got texting where you can text. So if you just go into Google Voice, pardon?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, go into Google Voice, and they've got a texting service there that you can use, just like you're using a cell phone. And I found out about that yesterday, and that's fantastic. I'm going to use that now. And I've always been a slow starter, but I'm positive. I know it's going to happen, and I'm hanging in like Gunga Din and hanging out like Johnny Stout. Woo!
Jerry checking in. Jerry said, you're either brain dead or stuck on stupid. Jerry, thank you very much. You are neither of those things. Taking action. But let me remind you, Jerry, give yourself the points, right? Give yourself the points. You want to get into that top 100. Good morning, 2550. You're next up. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. This is Reese in White Lake, North Carolina, and I'm calling in to send out a big congratulations to Rebecca and her team and to all of the winners. I'm so excited for you, but she is a perfect example of what I said earlier when I called in about people complaining about the upgrade. Mm-hmm. The upgrade is fabulous, but the real benefit of it is when you take the steps and do them every day. And Rebecca and her team have just absolutely blown us out of the saddle with that. I am so proud of them, and I hope everybody on the phone call will take that to heart. I looked at the top 100, and it really disappointed me that I was the only one in my team in the top 100. And I'm trying to get to them today to make sure that they understand the value and the benefit of this. Incredible. I am also a student of Bob Proctor, John Sarah Raff, Mary Morrison. I love all of them, and I actually got into Traffic Authority the same way Rebecca did. It was a feeling I had, and I didn't know anything about it, but I just knew I had to be a part of it. And I believe strongly in the strangest secret is you become what you see. And I think every one of us on here, the positivity is just incredible. And I wanted to say thank you, and I'm going to shut up. Have a great
Ree
day.
Sutton. Thank you very much, Ree. You're one of the baby boomers who really set the pace for us way back at the very beginning of our project here back in August. Came out like just on fire, and I know that you've won a prize. I know that you have an iPad there that you were awarded for some cool video work that you did for us. And you're right, Ree. Just get in touch with your group and everybody. Every one of us has a unique opportunity here. If you have a list, you have some traffic, you have people who you communicate with, maybe you have a group, make sure that people, what's the saying? Sometimes even an eagle needs a push out of the nest. So make sure that you're communicating with your group. Maybe send your group a personal note today. Say, hey, did you know that we have 5 winners and we've given away computers and iWatches and all this cool stuff, and just check it out, do the thing, make the money. I mean, there's all kinds of little ways that you can attract people or just pique their curiosity to take another look, have another bite at the apple, as we say here. Thank you very much, Ree. Thank you for showing up. 9208, you're next up. It's your turn.
Hi, Joe. This is Ernest.
Ernest.
Can you hear me, Joe?
I can, Ernest. I can also hear your background there. Sounds like you're having fun this morning.
A little bit. My wife's watching the movie here. Let me go here.
Awesome.
I just wanted to say Vince's sales funnel through the premium package, it's awesome. I got it and started using it. I've been averaging about 15 hits a day with 2 to 3 leads a day, so it works. It's awesome, and I love it.
Ernest, thank you very much. And I will tell you that funnel that's available in the premium package, that's a custom funnel. It has been specifically built. It's got a whole nother level of consciousness, if you know what I'm talking about in there. And I've heard there are people who are here who are technicians and copywriters and video editors across the board. People are saying, whoa, that is bleeding edge. That's the best that anybody has ever seen as far as sales funnels. And thank you for the kind words. Anything else from you this morning, Ernest?
Just thanks everybody for putting it together, and congratulations to the contest winners. And just to encourage everybody, don't give up. Just keep on moving.
Excellent. Ernest, thank you very much for calling in this morning. Ernest complimenting the sales funnel. He's using that Vincent sales funnel. He's crushing it, making a difference in his business. Okay, somebody's calling in right now on Skype. All ones across the board.
I guess one is one. And that's me.
Right. Celeste, how are you this morning? Good morning. How are you today?
I'm like twisted a little bit because Rebecca hit my notes. She hit my notes, and I was gonna get on here and talk about that. Sometimes you have things that are happening around you in your world, and they're down. But it's one thing about this traffic authority, and I think Kenneth spoke about that, how it's stimulating. It's an uplifter. It's a booster. And so what happened is when Rebecca was telling her story, and before she came to that other part, and she said that the one bad thing happened, and then the other good thing happened on the opposite side, direct. It was like direct. And she did, certain things she couldn't explain. Those are the kind of things that I go through. But I always kind of simmer down. I like that word when you did that, simmer down, because that's a cue too. That helped me yesterday too. But, there have been some tremendously negative things happening around me, but you didn't know about that, did you? Because I was always up. Okay, because I dwell on, as she said, I dwell on what is the positive, uplifting, the stuff that's promoting me, because I know that my mind can drag me down. I'm gonna tell you something briefly. I'm just telling you this just as a reference. I actually passed in 2006. And when I returned, it was some time after. My experience then was when you talk about the now, I know exactly about the now. I actually experienced like I was an infant. I was as a child. So everything I would see after I came back was just like, it was a now. It was a now, And when we live in that element, we're able to deal with things, the bad coming, the good coming, because someone came into my room one day and said something bad. But I was able to speak then, and I said, "Am I bad?" He says, "No, you're the miracle lady. You're the miracle lady." There's people here who haven't even waken up, come here before you, and you're awake now. You're the miracle lady. So I embedded in that because the one that came to destroy, I gave him no weight, gave him no value. Don't give those negative things value. Don't embrace them. Don't swallow them. Don't chew them up. Spit them out and spew them away from you. I love you, Rebecca. Thank you so much for your joy, and I bless you. And thank you, Joe, for your.
You're welcome.
Simmer down. Simmer down.
Celeste. Simmer down. Celeste, thank you very much. I love you coming out here every single morning. Celeste, always bringing some good energy. Celeste, thank you very much. You're absolutely awesome. Let's go to 4946. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. What's going on? This is Chris McNary, otherwise known as C-Mac. What's happening from Honolulu, Hawaii?
Hey, you know what, C-Mac? Good morning. This morning I was doing some research. I want to tell you, you probably know this, right? I was revisiting something called Ho'oponopono this morning. I was actually doing some Ho'oponopono this morning. Aloha, how are you today?
Absolutely. I'm great. I can't complain. Hey, listen, I got to say this is a great program. I've been a member since the pre-launch, since ILS, and it's been exactly what I wanted. I was looking for a program that was automated, something I didn't have to really put my hands into and just, push traffic into. Of course, you can do a little work. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's easy, but, it's something I push traffic into and then, and allow the system go ahead and take heed. And with that said, I have a problem. I know there's a lot of motivation on this call, but I'm more of a business guy. So basically I bought I didn't buy it, but I was actually grandfathered in, all right, for the reseller and optimizer, right? So I've been billed since October around about 6 to 8 times. All right. Now, it's funny because it's like, I'm glad it's happening to me and nobody else, But, I think that was a little issue I wanted to address.
What is your, Chris, your C-Mac, right? Yeah. I'm going to get this in. What is your last name, Chris?
McNary, McNary. C-Mac is the username.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to get this handled right now.
All right, cool. Cool, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Go ahead.
And on C-Mac, on the username, is it CMC or is it C-Mac, M-A-C-K?
C-M-A-C.
All right, we're gonna have this handled. Stick around, man. If I get you an answer, I've just put the support ticket in. Make sure that this is handled immediately. Okay, we'll get this done for you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your support, C-Mac. Really appreciate it.
Hey, man. Or anything like that. I just wanted to go ahead and just see what was going on. Like I said, it's better to me than anybody else. Like I said, this company is great. I received, my birthday was actually October 15th, and I received a lot of commissions. All right, a lot of commissions. Like I said, I don't know whether it was actually given to me or not, but it's been great. I have no complaints. I put traffic in there, and you guys handle it from there. So,
Ho'oponopono, ladies and gentlemen, what that means literally is Ho'oponopono. It means I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Ho'oponopono.
Yep, you got it.
All right, man.
No, I'm saying it's cool, man. It's cool. I mean, things like that happen. Right. I'm not complaining or anything like that. I just wanted to go ahead and say, like, hey, like I said, it's better to happen to me than anybody else, So, like I said, I ain't going nowhere. I mean, this is a great company, and, it's a lot of competition around. So, I'm here for the longevity of it and the competition. Like I said, it's only 20,000 people. I mean, we haven't even hit maturity yet, though. So, I mean, it's amazing. So.
Well, thank you very much. We'll take care of this for you right now, man. Keep up the good work, okay?
Appreciate it. Thanks, Joe.
All right. Later. We'll keep it moving. 5751, you're next up in the queue. Good morning, 5751.
Hey, Joe. How's everybody doing? Traffic Authority, this is Anthony from Maryland.
Anthony, how are you today?
Oh, man, I'm blessed and less stressed. And I'd just like to give a shout-out, to Mac. That was C-Mac a while ago, but one of my upline people, Mac, because he's put out some awesome training, too. And, Traffic Authority just allows you to be able to just multiply your efforts so incredibly that I'm just blessed and less stressed. I always say that, Joe, because it's the truth. And it's just inspirational and encouraging that you are doing what you do, because people love to call in and just get their problems handled, not out of the complaining fashion, but just because of out of being able to have that service to another person. It's
Mm-hmm.
so important, and that's what distinguishes traffic authority from any other competition out there.
Absolutely, Anthony. And like CMAC just said, 20,000 people is nothing. It is nothing when you think of the size of the internet, the size of the opportunity. 18 million retail customers out there. We are just getting started, and these little issues that we deal with. And I want to thank everyone for their patience over the last couple of months. But look at the good news, man. Look what's going on. People are making money. People are getting their problems handled. We're giving away computers. We're giving away all kinds of really cool stuff, and we're sharing some enthusiasm and some training and some love every single morning. Where else can you get that? Where else can you get that? It's
awesome.
Unbelievable, man. It is. Thank you very much for calling in, Anthony. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
Thank you, man. Let's keep it moving here. 6232 is next up in the queue. 6232, come on out here.
Hi, Joe. It's Kay from Karen from Tiny Woods of East Texas again.
Hey, how you doing there?
Joe, I'm struggling here. And I'm not going to get on the call and be a downer, but I just wanted to know if there's anybody in the organization or in the company who can call me where I can get some questions answered. My sponsor is relatively new, and I'm lost.
Right.
Nothing's happening for me, and I just need a phone call.
All right, listen, Kay. Listen. First off, the two most important words, they're in the Bible. And it's like the two strongest words in the human language. Do you know what they are? They are I am. I am. Right now you are declaring I am struggling. No wonder you're struggling. You're declaring that you are struggling. Let me ask you a question. Have you gone through all of the videos that are available to you in the member back office? Have you watched all of the videos from left to right, top to bottom?
I'm pretty sure that I have. I'm at the end of Darren Hansard's email things, but what I'm not understanding, I sent a support ticket in this morning. I don't even know what the traffic. I see Traffic Optimizer, and I have support says that I didn't link it to my traffic order. And I don't even see any education on what it is, because when I signed up, I don't remember that video to tell me what Traffic Optimizer is. And now I need to refer back to what it is it's supposed to be doing. Apparently, it's not optimizing anything for me, because I'm like stuck on zero, and I'm not.
All right, well, listen, Kay, please. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I apologize for interrupting you, but again, we've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and we've designed our system so that thousands of people can get started, whether it's the beginning of the day, whether it's the middle of the night, whether they're living in England, Africa, North America, or Texas. Okay, these videos, these tutorials will help you. Now, that being said, I have your phone number, but I'm here to tell you that we have so much service. We've got so much customer service, and you do have a sponsor. You should call your sponsor, and if your sponsor is unable to help you, your sponsor has a sponsor. Somebody in that chain of command, in that hierarchy, is willing to help you. Now, I'm going to make a call to you, okay? But I want you to know, and I want everybody to know, that this system is, done for you. And if you don't understand the Traffic Optimizer, Kay, it's because you haven't watched the videos. And what you're saying, again, is I am struggling. You're declaring your struggle. You're stating that you're struggling. I would suggest that you would say, I am learning everything I can, and I am so grateful that I have access to this level of information and training. And I am so excited about what the future holds for me. And I'm so happy that this company has put so many tutorial videos, and I am right now going to spend the time to go through the videos, and I am going to spend the time to learn this stuff, because the questions that you're asking me, I promise you, are in those videos. And so, but nonetheless, I please forgive me if I seem as though I'm being hard on you, because I'm just telling you the way that it is, my sister. And I'll give you a call. I'll check in with you to help you out. 808-9738 is the last four digits of your phone number. Good morning. Come on out here.
Aloha, Joe. This is Stephen Clumsy from Honolulu, Hawaii. How are you, brother?
I'm great, Steve. How are you? Aloha to you, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm just I see that my good friend Chris McNeary, I gave him the phone number to give you guys a call this morning, and I'm so glad that he was able to get on and get one of his hurdles addressed. And I just wanted to just commend you, Joe, for your you have a heart of service, brother. And I just wanted to say that, just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We appreciate everything that you do, and Adam, that you guys do behind the scenes. And I watched the training webinar last night. Phenomenal. I'm actually setting up my Get Response affiliate link right now, so I can get those $5 commissions for every person that want to, set up a Get Response who comes to the traffic authority. So I just want to say thank you, brother. Aloha, mahalo, God bless, and back to you, Joe.
And thank you very much, Steve. I really do appreciate that. And as far as CMAC, if you're still listening, I don't know if you're still on the line. We've already got that handled for you. What the customer support desk is saying right now to me is that for whatever reason, you had duplicate subscriptions. You had 2 subscriptions in the system is what I just got. And so one of those subscriptions has been canceled. We've removed that, so the duplicates are not going to rebill anymore. So thank you very much for showing up here this morning, Steve. And CMAC, that's what's up, my friend. 5677, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Hi, Joe. It's Dale Ann from Los Angeles, California.
Is that Dale Ann?
Yes, it is. It's Dale Ann.
Good morning, Dale Ann. How are you today?
I'm doing just great. Actually, I'm in Las Vegas. My husband's a pianist, and he has a gig here, so I'm taking a few days off to get caught up on everything. Yes.
Awesome.
But I want to make a comment about last week. It was so funny. I work at my church, and I work normally in the evening time. So last Thursday or Friday, I was listening to you and everybody that was on the call. Ree was on the call, Kara, Carlos, the Mountain Man, Diamond Dave, and I'm really into it. I'm listening every single day. So all of a sudden, I get a email from my boss. Hey, Dale Ann, I hope everything is all right with you. I hope you're not sick. Now, this is like 9:15 in the morning. I've never missed a day of work. And I'm going, well, what's up with this? So then I emailed her back. I said, I'm fine. Everything's great. I'll see you tonight at work. She goes, you're supposed to be at work right now at 9:30. Oh. So I was so involved, and I am so involved with Traffic Authority and the morning program. I just had to let you know that I forego my real job just to listen to Radio Blog.
Well, that's awesome because, this is where the real action is. And whatever that job is, if you love your job, cool. People love their jobs. I love what I do for a living, right? You're in a service, whatever it is that you do, that's cool. But if the job is not really what you want to do, you can replace that income here. And it may take some time. It may take a week. It may take a month. It may take a year. But what are you going to do anyway, right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dale. And enjoy your time in Vegas. Yeah, it is true.
Thank you so much, Joe. You take care.
I will. Thank you very much, Dale Ann, checking in from Vegas where her husband has a gig. I wish that I would like to be in Vegas right now listening to some piano music. I forgot to ask, maybe you're married to Elton John. Gesundheit. 2748, you're off mute. Gesundheit.
Yes, hello, Joe. It's Richard in New York again. How are you?
I'm good, Richard, and I hope you're doing all right there. That was a mighty sneeze, my friend.
Oh, you heard that?
Yes, I did hear that.
I'm dusting my brains. I need to. But anyhow, my question is this. On those swipe files, were those created so that you can copy them and paste them?
Yes, those are created so that you can copy and paste them. Now, because there's something...
Well, I can't copy them. They won't let me.
Okay, if you look in the document, if you look closely, there may be a little box with an arrow in the upper right-hand corner. And if you click on that box with the arrow, the document will pop out. And then it will be in a format that you are able to copy and paste. And also, I'm a Macintosh user, and I'm not familiar with hitting Command-C to copy. Normally, I just can right-click. So, there's a couple little things, but you can and you should be able to copy and paste. Look for that little box, and it pops out. You click that little square box with an arrow, and the arrow is pointing to the right corner, and that's a pop-out. And it's like, whoa, the document just popped out of the darkness, and there it is. And now I can manipulate it, and I can change that document, and I can copy and paste it.
Okay, fantastic. I shall try that. We're trying to proceed, and things are going pretty good.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. Thank you very much. Richard dusting off his brains there, and that's why he sneezed. I love it. Thank you very much, Richard. 9201, you're next up. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Joe. This is Kara.
Kara,
Austin,
how are you
Texas.
today? What's up? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm really great. How are you?
You know, I'm rolling here this morning. And speaking of Texas, I do want to apologize if I offended Kay in Texas a moment ago. I see that she's already departed the call. But, you know, the videos are there. And forgive me. I know that you usually forgive me for my toughness, Kara. Aside from that, I'm having a great morning. Mm-hmm.
Well,
you there? I lost you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Now I can hear you. I don't know if it's on my end or your end, but yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So I was saying that it's unfortunate that Kay got off the call because I was going to tell her that when she goes into her Traffic Optimizer, under each tab that's on the Traffic Optimizer, next to the Create New tab that's in there, there's a little box with a question mark in it. And if you click on that question mark, there is a video explaining what each of those links does and how it works. And and so it's unfortunate because a Texas girl, of course, yesterday she said that she wasn't sure she belonged in Texas, so I'm not sure. But I was going to try to help her out with that. And then that was that Richard that was just on the call before me? He can use Control C. He can use Control C and Control V to copy and paste.
And he's still listening. He is still listening right now. Thank you for that.
So
and Carol, go ahead.
Yeah. If he highlights the document, then he can hit Control C on his keyboard, and then he can go and paste it into an email or whatever he's using with Control V as in Victor, and it'll work that way as well.
And thank you very much, Kara. And I got to say,
you're welcome.
And thank you. And you watch the videos. That's how you know about the little box with the question mark and that represents a video. Is because did someone tell you that, or you just took the time to go through and acquaint yourself with all of the functions and all of the aspects of your business, right?
That's correct. Nobody told me that.
Excellent.
I got back in there and just started clicking on everything that I could click on that would open and just, watched as much as I could and just went through everything that I could possibly find back there. So, yeah, those little boxes with the question marks, those explain how to set up each one of those links. And, it's super helpful there. And I wanted to say congratulations to the winners. That's so awesome. Our very first contest winners. How cool is that? Very
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Traffic Authority rocks. We have the best program on the planet, and it just can't be beat. So, I just wanted to come on here and see if I could help out those two and just share my enthusiasm for Traffic Authority and what we have here.
Kara, thank you very much. You are one of our top leaders here. Thank you for all the support you give on Facebook, and thank you. I can really feel that you genuinely. You really are happy for people, and you're willing to help them. And, there's a lesson here, ladies and gentlemen, is like, Kara took the time. She went through. She acquainted herself. She's an expert in her business, right? Kara's becoming an expert with the Traffic Authority functions and the videos, and she knows where to find stuff, and Control V, Control C. She knows all these things because she takes the time. Because why not? This is what we do for a living. This Traffic Authority can be, for you, the solution. You want to learn how to be an internet marketer. You want to learn how to make money on the internet. You want to be able to spend time with your family and your friends. You want to be like Dale Ann, who can just go to Vegas because her husband is a musician and he's playing a gig and just have that freedom of movement and that freedom of choice. That's all here for you. However, it may take some time. You got to build a list. You got to learn how to monetize it. You show up. You learn. You take action. And boom shakalaka. As a matter of fact, Kara, I quoted you earlier today because yesterday I made a note about what you said. Yesterday, I'm looking at my notes. I think what you said was action plus belief plus consistency equals results. And right now, the line is open for somebody calling in from Skype. All ones. Hello.
Hi, Joe. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's
Joe?
this? Yes.
Okay. This is AJ from Coronado, California. I'm Frank's sponsor. And I was just calling in this morning. I was going to say the exact same thing that Kara just finished doing, and that was that little question mark is a video. And obviously she explained that. Perhaps they should put maybe help on there instead of a question mark, because I'm really computer literate, and it took me a long time to find that little dot because it was so small. And I finally got the information that I was looking for, but it took me a while. And the other thing that I wanted to say is I was trying to get a hold of Diamond Dave yesterday, but I couldn't find any kind of URL that would lead me to him. And I didn't know his last name, so I didn't know how to get in touch with him. But I had a question about GetResponse, and I wanted to see if I could get in touch with him.
All right. You can find him on Facebook, okay? And his name is Dave, and he's got a last name like Niew, and then the rest of it is just Polish gibberish. And I say that with all respect because my name is Niedośpiał from the south side of Chicago, so it's Polish. We get caught up in all the vowels and the W's and the Z's, and so you'll find him though. He's got an American flag. You'll look for him on our Facebook page. If you look on the Facebook page, VIP Mastermind Facebook page. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're brand new, you can find that. It's easy.com/TAFB group is the shortcut. Go there, and you just go through some of the posts, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's the only guy who has the American flag as his little avatar icon. That's Dave, and he's unbelievably helpful, and he's gifted. He does understand some of this stuff, and I think we're going to be featuring him very, very soon in one of our Tuesday night webinars to actually walk us through. We actually had one in the past where we had Diamond Dave out as our guest trainer talking about some of these functions in GetResponse. So AJ, thank you very much, and I'll duly note it about putting the word help instead of that little question mark. And I do know I'm not a programmer, but I have worked with these technology guys in the past, and sometimes I'll be looking at a page that they've created, and I'm like, where's the link? I don't see a link on that page. And they're like, well, the link is right there. I'm like, where? They're like, right there. I'm like, I don't see a link. I'm one of those guys that needs a big neon sign, with an arrow. Link is right here. But some of these computer guys, they've got it going on, and they believe that, well, some of them think I'm as smart as they are, which is obviously not really happening. 2224, you're next up in the queue. Good morning. Hello. 2224. You are off mute. 2224. Okay. You snooze, you lose. We'll go to 0447 coming out here. You're next up. 0447. Hello.
Hello. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good.
How can I help you, man?
I'm part of a traffic authority. First name Money, last name Joseph, but with the weekend, my boyfriend and I out there, you say you want to say hi to you, but
I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't understand you. I'm going to see if anybody speaks your language. I'll bring them out here. Hello, all one. Somebody calling in right now on Skype. Hello.
Celeste. It's Celeste here.
Hey, Celeste, you're back, huh?
Yeah, you say he was speaking. I hear him say he was listening to you. He didn't want to talk right away. He was listening to you. Speak up, sir.
Okay. That's all right, Celeste.
Speak up.
How you doing, Celeste? He's listening. That's fine. Sometimes people call and they press one by mistake. Celeste, how are you this morning?
Okay, I'm fine. I'm calling back because of the issue with. Would you say you look at the screen sometimes you don't see anything? And and this other girl called in and she was very confused about. One of the things is I realized that people have difficulties because I had a lot of difficulties when I was coming back. So certain things were already there. Dyslexia. You might be in that same category, and it branches out in different ways. Sometimes I'll be looking right at a screen, being instructed, and they're saying it's to the right. Because I'm supposed to go back to GetResponse today on something that I could not see. He was telling me it was there, but I couldn't see it. What it is your eyes, how you read. They put me on a reading machine when I was in 7th grade because of this. Okay?
I see.
You okay? So it has something to do with that. One thing they can do to help themselves is to use their finger across the screen. That helps because it leads your eyes. So that's one of the things. It's a learning disability, and it does affect us highly on the computer because everything is flashed right at one time. Everything is flashed on the screen at one time. So those are some of the problems that we have. It's inherent. It's not necessarily the system. It's the individual, but they're not aware of their condition. So they're not able yet to ameliorate the situation. So that's what Celeste, I wanted to bring to. Okay.
And thank you very much, Celeste. I appreciate your contributions more than you know. I want to thank everybody who took the time. Celeste will have the last word this morning. Congratulations once again to our winners. Congratulations to the winners. Now do the thing, okay? Every one of you guys, go and give yourself 3 points for showing up here this morning. Post a comment on Facebook. Give yourself another point or two or whatever, however many points. How about you shoot a video and post it on Facebook? Give yourself some points. Invite to tomorrow night's webinar. Invite people to tomorrow night's webinar and give yourself some points. And show up here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, once again at radioleverage.com, and give yourself another 3 points. It's very, 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 very simple. Do the thing, get the result. Is it easy? Well, it can be. Just declare. Just declare. I am going to make this happen, and you will. I want to thank all the leaders. I want to thank everybody who joined us here this morning. Thank you, Celeste and AJ and Kara, Dale, Ann chiming in for the first time, and Steve and Richard. I want to thank Kay in Texas, Anthony in Maryland, Chris, C-Mac, Celeste, Ernest, Ree, Sutton, Jerry, Nix. Love you, Jerry. Thank you very much. Rebecca calling in, the team leader for Team Lead Abundance, a winner of a computer, and Jennifer, another winner of the Apple Watch with a black band. Thank you, Gilbert James and Viola and Steve Shue and Steve Shue's son Jack. Thank you, Frank, Earl Teets, Bert, for getting us off here this morning. If I missed your name, so much stuff is running through my noodle here this morning, so much enthusiasm, and I'm just happy that you guys spent this time with us this morning. Make it a great day. Give yourself some points, and we will be back here tomorrow morning again at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, let's play in traffic. Look both ways before crossing, though.